Hello. And the final task for INST 7000 was to submit our IRB protocol form. And with this form, it focused on my research topic again. How have COVID shutdowns affected technology? How has COVID the effects of COVID-19 was my research topic. I am Kimberly Draper. I am the primary investigator. Also, the status or the funding of this project, there will not be any funding, none needed. The data collection will be prospective. The data will not be recorded, so the participants can be directly or indirectly identified. The data collection will include surveys and questionnaires. All the participants will be males and also females. I do plan to recruit AUM students, and I do not plan to remunerate participants. The keywords to identify this research project will be COVID-19, virtual, and technology. Any risk that may be reasonable as a result of participating in this research is deception. Moving right along. My city certification is attached. And of course, a graduate student, my responsibility is I'm a student in the EDS Instructional Technology Program and also a full-time high school teacher. Moving right along, list all the locations where the data will take place and also be analyzed. This study will be conducted on a Facebook page titled COVID-19, We Are in This Together. The group is made up of students from Auburn University at Montgomery and is used as a way to share ideas, collaborative, ask questions, seek help, support, and etc. Data collection will take place in form of an anonymous survey where students will be made anonymous and confidential. It will be on a Google form to complete, no identifiers of the schools listed. Briefly discuss the relevant literature and research findings that led to the development of this project. The COVID-19 pandemic outbreak has forced numerous businesses to close their doors and has caused an unprecedented interruption of business operations across most core industry sectors. On the other hand, simultaneously, tremendous growth is being seen in online communication, online entertainment, and online shopping. Another impact of the lockdown is the enormous rise in internet and social media usage. Information communication technology must be fully utilized in higher education for methodological adaptability. It is true that because of the coronavirus containment, it appears that the full use of ICT and methodological adaptation has been forced and its inclusion accelerated as a test of the organization and fostered a process of transformation also accelerated because of the pandemic. My objectives and goals is I want to know how technology has changed in the workforce and in the schools and how students have been impacted by the COVID-19 shutdown. How will the results of this project be used? At this time, I want to use the findings of this study to develop a presentation for my district to show the impacts of COVID-19 relationship with technology and also with students. This could possibly allow administrators to provide professional development on how teachers can effectively incorporate technology in the classroom. I could also use this data for later use of a dissertation if I choose to continue my doctorate. The participants I have chose for this project is I will solicitate the help of college students to voluntarily participate in a survey on Facebook to help identify the effects of COVID-19 and its relationship to technology. This group is made up of students from the ages of 18 to 26, from the middle to the end of their college years, as well as those who are working and attending college. The maximum number of attendance I plan to validate in order to validate this study is 100. The maximum number of participants I will include in the study is 200. Moving right along. If participants can be classified as vulnerable population, please describe the additional safeguards that you will use to assure the ethical treatment of these individuals. The only criteria for participation is for students that are currently working and who have been attending college for at least 2 years so that they can attest to technology before and after COVID. Participants must attend college for at least 2 years. All the procedures that I will use to recruit the participants. Again, I will do a Facebook post in a group, including a link to the survey. It will ask participants who have been in college a minimum of 2 years to complete the survey on a voluntary basis. They will know that there are no identifiers that will be needed in order to report the findings and that all participation is optional. How will I determine the group assignments? This does not apply to this particular study. There will be no compensation offered for any of the participants. The procedures I plan to use in order to address the aims of study, my projected overview, a survey link and brief discussion will be posted in the COVID-19 We Are in This Together Facebook group, asking for willing participants to take part in this study. They will fill out a survey on the impact of COVID has on technology in the classroom and in the workplace. All the procedures and methods used to address the purpose. The survey question will be the same for each student. It will be used to share ideas on how technology can be used effectively in the classroom. The instruments used in collecting this data is a Google Forms survey that will be used for the data collection. Participants will answer the questions indicating if they have identified or seen a change in technology in the workforce and in school. How this data will be analyzed. I will analyze both my data quantitatively and qualitatively. My qualitative analysis will be organized and analyzed both by hand, sticky notes, and using computer software. Any risks that are involved. The risk of participating in this study are no more than what is experienced in a daily life. The benefits. Participants will be able to express concerns, frustrations, and observations on access to technology for school and in the workforce during COVID-19. Participants will be able to share suggestions, ideas, and overcome those obstacles moving forward. All of the realistic benefits for the general population. It is possible that students, teachers, administration will be able to see benefits of technology during COVID-19, and in doing so, be able to use critical thinking skills and better communication and implement them into the classroom. The data will be anonymous. The data will not be confidential. Again, the data will not be confidential or analyzed as anonymous. The data will be stored electronically in researchers' Google Drive and as a Google form and Google Sheet. The researcher is the only one who will have access to the data of the participants. And the latest date the data will be retained is 2023. How will the data be destroyed? The data will permanently be deleted from the researcher's Google Drive. And this completes my IRB protocol. Thank you.